kids are in town for a funeral, so pack the car and dry your eyes.
Woohoo! It's like so fun, the road.
I know they got
up and
plenty
down.
of young blood left in them, and plenty nights under pink skies you taught them to enjoy. So clean the house, clear the drawers.
There's literally
mop the floors,
nobody.
Stand tall like no one's ever
So beautiful!
before
gosh.
or at all.
Hello, welcome on riding next to the driver's seat with me over the course of 7 days as we drive 2,720 miles through 4 states, visit 3 national parks, all to chase 3 goals: to kayak to Antelope Canyon, spot wildlife, and to experience the beauty of outdoor cooking and sleeping under the stars. The national parks are undoubtedly one of United States' best assets. Therefore, I made it a mission to see for myself these glorious protected lands. I promise that this trip will turn out to be a journey of discovery, adventure, and proof that we can take on anything we set our minds to. Today's task is to drive into Utah to visit my first ever national park, from the Dispersed campsite where I camped overnight, right on Highway 128. One feeling I love being on the road is waking and sleeping with the rising and setting of the sun. The alarm was set to 6 a.m. as I had a time entry reservation booked for 8 a.m. and I wanted to have time to slowly make my way, which was going to take about 43 minutes if we drove non-stop. A huge motivating factor for me getting to the USA was to get my first ever driver's license. Growing up in Singapore, I didn't really need one. Public transportation there is reliable, and owning a car is often seen as a luxury because of the high costs. When I got the chance to live in Kansas, I knew it was finally time to learn how to drive. This is me with my driving instructor, Kevin, on my first driving lesson. To be clear, I have like 0 experience.
Okay, that's fine. We'll try to go from 0 to... Because I have to show you the basics for today, okay?
Okay. Just 10 plus hours of driving experience later, I passed my driver's exam. I decided to take on a big challenge: planning a road trip out west and hitting the road on my own. Of course, so much doubt flooded my mind. Not just from myself, but also from the reactions of the people around me when I tell them about my intentions. I am so glad that I went with a plan, and this turned out to be such a trip of a lifetime. However, I did so much more research and preparation for this trip than I have for others, and I had a checklist of things that I wanted to be sure about, and I wanted to make this work. As the red rocks stretched endlessly before me and the sun rose, the world stirred awake slowly. The drive felt even more special because it wasn't planned. I had stumbled upon this scenic route by chance. The night before, my only plan was to find a spot to Dispersed Camp on BLM land. Arriving in total darkness, I could only see what my headlights revealed: shadowy hills outlined against the moonlight. I had no idea I was surrounded by one of the most stunning landscapes that I would ever wake up to. The app that I used to find a camping spot for the night is called The Dirt. The 1-week free trial allowed me to try the pro version out, and I would highly recommend getting it if you are a frequent dispersed camper.
Tonight we have our sleeping pad and sleeping bag set up. I think it will be much more comfortable to sleep, and with my duvet as well, be cozy. I hope that I will get some quality sleep tonight, and hopefully my nervous system will be not on high alert. I think we're in a rather safe spot to park at. It's in the middle of nowhere, and there is like a main road out there, and I checked this time that there's no trains nearby, so hopefully there's no weird stuff happening. Fingers crossed.
I'm going to explain how I got into the national park because I was in such a hurry just now. I didn't have time to really film anything. So what happened was that to get into Arches National Park, you need to have a timed entry. For me, the time entry for today was only released yesterday at 7 p.m. So be sure to be quick to book it because it's quite high in demand. I actually made it here at 8:03, but the park ranger was so nice and she was like, yeah, it's okay, don't worry. I was quite worried that like they wouldn't let me in. I actually got like the annual pass for national parks. So with this, I can enter all the national parks in the States up till October next year. So it's really worth it.
So pack the car and dry your eyes. I know they got plenty of young blood left in them, and plenty nights under pink skies you taught them to enjoy. So clean the house, clear the drawers, mop the floors, stand tall like no one's ever been here before at all. And don't you mention all the inches that are scraped on the door frame.
Alrighty, it's going to be a 25-minute drive up to Delicate Arch, and then from there we'll start a hike. So let's go. Arches National Park lies in southeastern Utah, just 5 miles north of Moab along US 191. The park showcases a breathtaking landscape filled with vibrant contrasts, extraordinary landforms, and one-of-a-kind textures. It boasts over 2,000 natural stone arches, majestic pinnacles, striking rock fins, and impressive balanced rocks. These stuff over there look amazing as well. It looks like there's like light pale yellow, pink, and blue type of formations. Southeast Utah, part of the Colorado Plateau, is a high desert region with wide temperature swings. While the wind can pick up, the daytime sun can also be intense, so it's definitely essential to stay hydrated. It's kind of insane. Like, how is that rock balancing there? And I'm thinking to myself, it's amazing that these plants are surviving in the desert. And the rock is still there from this angle. It looks even wilder from this angle. I visited in mid-October when daytime temperatures averaged between 60 and 80 degrees Fahrenheit. The sunrise was around 7:30 a.m. and sunset at 6:40 p.m., giving me about 11 hours of daylight to explore. The start of the trip to Delicate Arch currently takes about 2 to 3 hours to complete, and we're advised to carry out a liter of water, but it is quite small one. Let's go. Currently 12:16. Started the hike at 11:10, so say it took about an hour to climb all the way up here, but I was taking my own sweet time and stopping every few steps just to take some photos and stuff, so I thought there was still a long ways to go, but as you turn the bend, then you will see the arch itself. So let's come for another hour. trying to get there to all the cars. Yes! I would say once you reach the top, it's about halfway.
Oh, halfway.
It gets easier. It gets easier.
It's easier.
Yeah.
Would you like a picture taken?
Yes. The last third. The walk down is so much more easier because the toughest part is already gone, and also it's mostly downhill and you kind of know like what's next. Uphill is always much tougher than the second half. Ah! Whoa, it's burning. Best part about hiking is eating on the way. This tastes so good right now. It's like eggs and hash brown and cheese, like a little breakfast burrito. This is also my last burrito that I have. So if I want to eat proper tonight, let's go get some gas later.
Can you see her face?
The rest of the trip was a mix of solo singing, podcast listening, and marveling at the spectacular scenery. I had gotten comfortable with driving at this point and even begun to enjoy the freedom of cruising down highways at 75 miles per hour. Just a year ago, I would joke that I have a driver's license but not a driver's license to mask the longing to know how to drive, as I always had a gut feeling that I would love the feeling of being on the road. But today I'm proud to say that I am proud of myself for having made such a brave move of hitting the road with an unusually little amount of driving experience. If you've ever thought about stepping out of your comfort zone and trying something new, even if it feels scary or impossible, you're never too old to start. One of the reasons I love putting myself in situations that test my abilities and forces me to grow is because once I've done it, I get the chance to prove to myself that I can do hard things. That builds resilience and the quality of the internal stories you tell yourself, and that has real, tangible impact on your interactions with the external world. We got our canister of water filled up as well. It's day 3, and on day 3 I filled up a new 2 liter canister. Today the sun is blazing hot, so I feel really dehydrated, so more water before we go. And we're good. Get ready to paddle through stunning turquoise waters surrounded by towering canyon walls as I take on kayaking in one of Arizona's most iconic destinations. This adventure is one you won't want to miss. See you on the water and bring your muscles along to help paddle. Plus, I will share a bonus beautiful scenic route to take to get to Page, Arizona. We made it. We're gonna treat ourselves with bar. And I realize I'm still wearing my life jacket, but it's fine.